I beat the shit out the weekend. You crazy as fuck.
All right, let me see what his vitals are.
What his body weight, dude?
Yeah.
He
I feel like he's probably, like personally trained and all that shit. Let's see.
Should we start?
Is the camera rolling?
Jared's got to finish his banana.
Real nigga since '88, nigga.
Who? The Weeknd?
What about the weekend?
He's real?
I just want to get his actual.
Nah, nigga, I'm talking about me.
All right.
Fuck.
I guess they're not gonna have his weight and height
I need to do some drugs.
in his Wikipedia.
Why? Go
Where my
ahead.
bitch at?
She's coming. All right.
Oh Jesus!
3.
2.
Bitter.
That was your surprise?
That was one of my surprises. It's 1 in Uzbek.
That's one of my surprises. Shut the fuck up, man. Stop that fucking bullshit this motherfucking afternoon, nigga.
Yo,
All right, tone it down, folks.
Kyle.
No, nigga, I'm on
emotions
one
is
right
high.
now.
What's up?
Can you triple check the camera, make sure it's rolling?
All right, hold on.
All right, so.
What up, my nigga Aaron? What up, dog?
He's talking
Hey, Aaron,
to
they
me.
just. Hey,
I couldn't
Aaron.
hear. What's he saying?
Aaron.
Yeah.
They just did
Yeah,
a study. They say intermittent fasting don't work. I don't believe them.
Wait, what do you mean they said it didn't work?
They just said don't do shit, but it's a lie.
That's a lie.
It's a lie.
He's 5'8". The Weeknd is 5'8", 187 pounds.
God beat that nigga ass.
Oh shit!
5'8". Wait, what was his weight?
$187.
That's pretty
Damn,
big.
that's pretty
5'8".
thick.
He's a thick boy.
He's
How
shredded.
tall are you, Jarren? You're like 5'8", right?
It's like 5'7".
5'8", 5'9". 5'9".
And you're about like $180, right?
No, nigga, I'm 2.
Oh damn. Okay.
You're 2?
No,
That's not
he's
your
not.
fighting.
you're
You're
not.
definitely not at your
I am
fighting
2
weight.
pounds, 200. Yo, y'all got to think. I'm kind of a little bit fucking brolic a little bit.
I mean,
It's all muscle.
as brolic as you may be, I don't think you're at your fighting weight at this juncture. So I think your
I'll
fighting
beat
weight.
that.
I think he's closer to his fighting weight than you are yours. But I
Yeah,
think
he's
you're
closer to his fighting weight, but I'm closer to my kicking nigga ass.
anyway.
And then you
Jarren
have
versus the Weeknd.
Oh, there we go.
versus.
Shout out.
I actually like the weekend.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to talk some shit.
You just want to get on tour with the Weeknd. That's what you mean when you say you like
I
him.
would definitely go on tour weekend. I take all the hoes he don't want.
That's a lot of hoes.
I'll take all the hoes both of you don't want.
Yeah, I
Who
feel like
said
the
shit?
Weeknd gets like some like next level
He's like-
beautiful though.
His hoe.
His game is like on a little they're like weird
On the
French
high
models.
end.
If you can sing, man, your whole game is on a whole nother level. It
That's
don't
it.
even really matter how you look.
It's the Eddie Murphy
I mean,
shit.
ain't no homo. He ain't like the fucking, he ain't like the most beautiful fucking man.
That's the Eddie Murphy shit.
Eddie Murphy?
delirious. He's like, sing. He's like, cause Mick Jagger's an ugly motherfucker, And then he's talking about, well, he gets
Yeah,
that
if you
pussy.
can sing,
Sing.
bitch, for some reason, bitches like it. Especially if you got a voice like Michael Jackson in fucking Weekend, man. You getting pussy just thrown at you like a fucking dartboard.
with big ass lips. Mick Jagger's lips so big, people be like, black people be like, yo, you got big ass lips.
Your Eddie Murphy impression is fucking horrible.
Eddie Murphy's me impression is even worse. So
Dude, when we watched that video of Eddie Murphy singing with Michael Jackson,
Oh, that was great.
that was one of the gnarliest
Oh,
things.
yeah.
What song is that?
What's up? What's up?
Oh yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Oh god, it's so bad. Wait,
What
so
a
we,
guest at, man. Where's she at? Where my
we
girl
started,
at?
right?
We started. Look, she waiting. She available here in a few minutes.
She coming live or she go? She go.
No, she gonna be right here between us.
whoa,
Oh, I bet you like that.
whoa.
No, what do you,
Riding little skis, huh?
Between us.
easy. She's gonna sit right here in the middle, face Jarren, and deal with it.
So that's how we doing. So she jerking you two off and blowing me.
Oh my god.
Easy. No,
Let's
this is
cut all of this off. She's
No, we're
not
keeping
there.
it, bro.
we're keeping. This is the episode.
Tone.
Would you like to start over, Jarren?
he's got a little electric.
Nah, nigga.
got a little
It's
edge.
me, nigga.
All right.
This what happened, man. I ain't tired. I'm up now.
All right. Good morning. Yeah, this is like the earliest we've ever. Speaking of when we record,
rail of
we.
cocaine.
What's it?
I said I did a line. I did a bump. I'm ready. Let's go. Nice shirt, Max.
It's like my worst shirt.
You know what? That shirt is so dope, except for that fucking Korean fucking faggot on the other side of the shirt.
Okay.
Other than that, it would be an awesome shirt.
That's funny because I posted this morning like, give us some topics to talk about, and 2 of them were fuck Kato. But another one was good. Well, we'll get into that later. Couple real quick things. So we release on Mondays, but we actually record the Tuesday before. So today's a special day, election day. But we're not going to get into it.
Yeah, we're not to election day, man. I'm ready for this Civil War shit. I went and bought me 3 AKs, nigga. I'm ready.
So how was your week, Jarren?
It was rude. I was fucking just doing push-ups and fucking running through the woods, getting ready for Civil War.
All right.
Practicing.
Word. You ready? I don't even know what side you're fighting for, to be honest.
Whites, nigga. you got me fucked up.
All right. Sounds about right. What about you, Aaron?
What side am I fighting on, or how was my week?
Both.
Whoever's winning. You know, depends.
Fair weather.
You're a Laker
I'm a
fan?
fair weather. Yeah, whoever's. I was a Warriors fan for a while.
No.
I like the Patriots, and I'm gonna like whoever wins. I just want to be.
Easy.
I just don't want any beef, Let's just.
Jesus. That's a win of the week candidate move right there.
What, dude?
He set himself up.
Dude, I'm just going for
Win of the week.
for the W, dude, for the win.
W for the
It
win.
was about this life, man.
For the win. No, I don't think.
You get to say nigger.
Wait,
What is that?
wait. If
What?
I'm on the winning
If
side,
Trump wins, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying it's a free fall. I guess white people like fucking they got the balls now to like really just be like nigger.
That should be the Trump fucking campaign.
You
can
slogan.
say-
You can say nigger.
Make nigger great again.
Oh.
oh my!
That's what
And-
Nas tried to do with his album back in the day.
Did he?
Oh, that album sucked.
It was a little trash.
Which album?
It was called.
Nigger?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, man,
I've
I
never
don't give
heard
a
of that.
fuck no more, man. I'm on one right now.
Yeah, you
dog.
are. I can feel you. I can feel the vibes.
You got a
You
little
feeling
election
vibes,
day
dog?
anxiety, dude?
Nah, man. Fuck election day, man. It's a simulation anyway. It don't matter.
What happened, bro? Let's break it down. What's going on, man? Be real, man. What happened in your week?
I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. I had a good week, man. I'm on my bullshit today.
Let's get it.
Okay. All right.
How's your week, though?
We need more. We need some. We gotta get this podcast popping, man.
Let's
Okay.
go.
All right. The guest is actually like here and ready.
She's right
We
at the
just
front
let her
door.
in.
She's
Yeah,
by the
she
door.
said she's here. She said she's here. Do you want to open the door?
Let's
Let
see
her.
what's up.
Oh, y'all gotta just wait outside.
Yeah, she has to wait her turn.
Hey, did you celebrate Halloween?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
This weekend. You did?
No,
Hey, why did women? Why is it that females? Every costume you guys have, it has to be sexy. Is that just the thing?
That's a good question.
I think it's the one day of the year where it's acceptable to go outside of your norm. And a lot of women are afraid to be as sexy as they want to be the rest of the year.
That's horse shit.
Let's dial it back. Let's get started here. Let me
It's
introduce what's going
You
on.
have to be easy on me, okay?
We're not being
on
easy.
me.
We'll start easy, but then it's gonna get real. Okay, so just to you kind of barged
But
in
it's
here. We weren't
2020.
ready,
Most
which is
women
fine.
dress pretty provocative.
We fucked up. I fucked up.
these days.
So
We fucked everything up. We're gonna fix it, but you're gonna have to wait till we fix it,
That's
which is now.
fine.
Okay, so we're the high school dropouts.
Hello?
You know Jarren. You
I
met him
know
for a half a
Jarren
second when he was in town.
yes.
You know Kyle.
I did
He's
a
your
video
neighbor?
on top of your
and for
building.
those I'm the.
Did you say
producer.
on top of? Okay, whatever.
I
I'm
just
Max.
for those who are just you can't see me, but you can hear me. You gotta
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
Kyle's the executive producer and voice of reason, and then Aaron is the other co-host. He's a comedian and a very good friend of ours, and so it's I don't. Have you
yet
guys
has
met
not
like
told
half a
us
second?
anything.
I think so.
Seen
I don't
each
know.
other at least.
Maybe like a mask on. I don't remember.
I feel like
You're
haven't
just
we
a big
met like
fan.
before?
I don't know.
I need to
Who's
make
it?
sure she's on the
Fan.
mic.
Maybe.
I don't
need her
know,
on
but
the
I've
mic.
listened to you and I
Oh,
feel like I know you.
So,
Oh, I've listened to you and I feel like I know you. There we go.
right.
Sorry.
This is Marlena. She. So we're in our studio, and our next door neighbor business is Pinky Rose Boutique, and she is the new CEO.
The new CEO.
Hey, did y'all coincide like with the names? Like you got
Yeah, we
Pink Cloud
decided once.
Studio,
No.
We
and
didn't.
then you got Pinky. That was just a coincidence.
It was a very nice coincidence.
Yes, Pink Cloud Studios moved in, and Pinky Rose was already here. Pinky Rose Boutique was here, and now we
That's
are.
kind of fire.
It was
That's
dope.
so
So,
great.
like, day 2 of us being here, her mom, who's like the old, whatever. I don't know.
She-
mom what?
My mom started this business and ran
And
this
is
business for
Pinky.
the last 18
So
years.
they were like
So
going
your
through a
mom is
transition.
Pinky.
My mom is Pinky. That's her
Okay.
birth name.
And like our second day, they were like kind of remodeling or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, we got a bunch of stuff. Not sure if you want it. Like, we got this beautiful couch. It's pink. You guys probably don't." And I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, you guys don't know our name yet." And so we got their pink couch, Pink Cloud Studios
Oh,
from
that's
Pinky
dope.
Rose.
Pinky is her birth name.
Pinky's her birth name, Pinky Marcia.
That's dope.
Aaron
That's
talked
tight.
some shit.
That's tight. I'm not talking. I like Pinky. That's a good name. I was gonna go in on Halloween, but if we change the thing, I'm glad to keep.
I got a cousin named Starlight.
Really?
Yeah. Any other weird name people?
That's
yeah.
a very interesting
Starlight
name.
Rainbow is her government name. Is her actual name? Yeah.
My new nephew's middle name is Laser.
Word.
Are her parents hippies?
Yeah,
My
definitely.
son,
hippies.
his name is Jet.
Jet.
One of my sons. That's
Jet.
a hard ass name.
Jet's hard. My
Jet's
dad.
pretty hard.
My dad wanted to call me Baltazar.
I swear to God, but my other kid's mom bitched out. I was gonna name my first son's middle name Karate Kid. Swear to God.
That's
And
what-
she was like, "Yeah, you can do it." And then as soon as it came to I was like, "Yo, can we?" And she was like, "No." Like literally, I was gonna put that on the birth certificate.
I love Karate Kid.
And I was
Oh my
excited
God.
as fuck about it.
That's my favorite movie, bro. One of my favorite of all time. Top 3.
When
It
I
is.
have a daughter, her name will be Molly Madonna.
You're gonna have a son for your first kid.
My
Damn.
son will be Alexander James.
Whoa, what's with
Why?
all this? How do you have this already, set up?
It's just set in stone.
The man doesn't get
I've
a say.
decided. Well, he better just be okay with it.
Okay.
Wow.
So, God, or Jarren, whatever. I
Oh,
mix
here he
them up.
does again.
I know.
He can
Mix
add
up
like
two
a
blacks.
second middle name if he wants.
Look at him.
Okay.
If he wants to throw a second middle name in there.
All right.
Okay.
So, Jarren, you're gonna have to be on your best behavior because you're up against a pastor.
Oh, that's your boyfriend? He's a pastor?
Yes.
You
I'm
guys
a
are together
pastor,
right
too.
today?
Yes, we are. I think he's a little mad at me because I took his position and I started preaching to him last night.
You're preaching to him?
What'd you
I was
preach?
preaching to him all of the realness, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little
Yeah.
bit from the Bible, a little bit from my life experience.
Okay.
Give us some of it. We need it.
First
Yeah,
of all,
what
tell
was
us
the
his
topic?
road to being a pastor. First, how did that happen?
Yeah, how did he start
Yeah.
being a
We're
pastor?
everywhere. First of all, we are the worst fucking hosts in the world, and I think that's what's going to get us places because we're fucking shitty at what we do.
It's great. We're high school dropouts.
Before we care about how he became a pastor, how did y'all meet? Was it on a dating app?
That's a
Was it,
Tinder.
in the
Plenty of
congregation?
fish.
Was it?
Well,
What
that's
was it?
really
Was
interesting.
it at the Catholic fucking school when you was a kid and you're dating them?
No, I was in a Catholic school when I was a kid. I used to want to be a nun, but no. So,
My bad, you're not a boy. I'm tripping.
no, it was when I was standing outside of my store in a very nice conservative dress, which I've worn twice. That was the second time I've worn this dress in my entire life. So I was definitely, I don't want to say perpetrating a fraud because I wasn't expecting to meet him, but I was displaying something that I was not, which was ultra conservative.
Okay.
And he was driving by, and I have this bad habit when I'm outside on the phone, staring at people and giving contact to people when they're driving by. And
What's that about?
I don't know. It's been something that
grew
I've
up in
done for
Crenshaw.
a very long time. I mean, when I was younger, it could have been anything.
Is it flirty?
So no, it's not always flirty. It used to, I do it flirtatiously, of course, but it wasn't flirty. And I didn't mean to flirt with him. He happens to have a Tesla, so the whole thing it's like a spaceship. You could see right into it. It's like a fishbowl,
I thought you meant, I'm tripping. I thought you meant like you look like in a suspicious way, like, oh, who the fuck rolling up?
Sometimes it depends on what the person
She's
looks
giving
like.
him hard eyes.
It depends
into
on
his
who.
Tesla.
Like if they look suspicious, I'm gonna give them a look as if I'm like a thug that's about to attack them, which is
Wow.
horrible and very
Let me see your
dangerous.
thug eyes.
Yeah, show the thug eyes.
I can't. I can't.
Let's see him.
I need to do it spot. It needs to be.
Needs to be in real. That was a little
in
thuggish.
reality.
Right.
As
You
your,
gonna put shoe
so
as
polish
your
on my
neighbor, she's a
fucking
little
face?
Karen-y. So
You're a
you
little
could be giving her
Karen-y.
the
Well-
Karen eyes.
Karen eyes
I don't
as well.
give the Karen.
Oh, you did to the homeless guy last week.
Oh, please. That homeless guy I was ready to attack, and you and my uncle both did not stand up for me.
We did. We kind of stood
homeless
back,
guy-
making sure nothing
Pussies.
happened.
She's got some thug in her, but that's
This
that's-
homeless guy, let me tell you really quickly, because this is serious. And Max turned his back on me.
No,
my
I should do that.
uncle
That's
turned
fine.
Let her
his
talk.
back on me. And little old me, whether it's Karen, Becky, whatever you want to call me, had to sit there and face this man. He was very drunk. He was carrying 3 baskets that were all tied to each other, and they fell. And I told my uncle ahead of time, don't help him. But then I went outside and I felt really bad. And I was like, actually, can you please help him? And he went to go help him. And then the guy started cussing at him and banging on him, telling him, I'm a crip, mother effer, blah, blah, blah.
Mother
Oh,
effer,
Matt
she's
definitely
encouraged.
put his dick between his legs and dipped.
So I said, hey, you know, was like, hey, that's not what's supposed to go on here. He
Little
was trying to
Karen-ish.
help you.
Yeah,
That's not
extremely
Karen-ish at all.
Karen-ish.
That was
Hey, that's not what's supposed to go on here.
No, because he's a grown man, so I can break it down for you. Your uncle's a grown-ass man, and if someone's cursing at him, you don't need to step in. That's the Karen
true,
moment.
and that's what
Don't test
the
me,
pastor
Marlena.
boyfriend says. But sometimes the male ego and your testosterone gets so heated, sometimes you need a little femininity to step in there and
No, that's
Tell
not
you
your
guys
job.
what-
Not your job.
No,
Not your job.
I'm gonna tell you, y'all make it
That's
worse
the Karen
because
moment.
then
That's
as
the
soon as
Karen
the
frame
dude,
of mind right there, right? So
soon as
just
the
letting you know,
dude
we all
say
have a little
something
bit of
to
that.
y'all, that's when you gotta turn up a little bit more.
Jaren, repeat yourself.
Well,
I cut you
gotta
off, and I don't want your fans to hate me. Repeat yourself. Sorry.
No, I was saying that actually makes the situation worse when the female step in because
worse.
if the dude attacks you, now you really have to take it to the next level to defend your,
woman.
your chick. Yeah.
I agree with you. I do agree with you, but sometimes, I forget about that. I think I can handle my own. Well, anyways, so fast forward. The man looks at me.
From the Tesla.
He gets upset. No, I'm talking
No, we're
about
still
the
talking
homeless
about the
guy.
homeless.
Kyle, Jesus.
He looks at me, and all of a sudden, all attention was on me. I became the victim. I became the worst person ever. He looked at me and he said, "You fucking rich bitch! All you do is suck
What'd your
dick
uncle
and
do?
Oh,
blah,
shit, he said
blah,
that?
blah." Yeah, he
Very out of
told me I
pocket.
sucked about 100 dicks. I was
Wait, were you here?
effing
He's
for
like, that's
money.
not
Full
true.
disclosure.
It was
So I was outside. So I was about 10 feet from all this.
What the
watching-
fuck did y'all do? This nigga calling her
So
a
listen,
bitch?
so it was me. So
Y'all
I
do
walked
nothing?
out. I walked out to grab
Not
food
a damn thing,
from
okay.
like
Hold on, hold
Uber
on.
Eats.
Man.
Go ahead.
Let Max say what his part now.
Okay,
because that was
so
good.
I went out to get Uber Eats, and I hear this homeless dude yelling, and she is standing right next to her uncle. Can I be honest?
Sure, be honest.
I thought he was yelling at your uncle the whole time. I never told you guys, so I thought he was telling your uncle you suck a million dicks, blah blah blah. And I'm just kind of sitting there, kind of laughing inside, but not gonna. And I was like, why is he taking this? I dead asked. I didn't because you were kind of behind him by that point, and I wasn't really looking at. I was looking at him, and your uncle was kind of in front of you, so I thought he was yelling at your uncle the whole time. I was like,
well,
this is
and
interesting.
had he even been yelling at you with your uncle present, this is what I want to add.
What'd your uncle do?
Oh yeah, see,
Everybody was silent.
so it's your uncle.
He was a crazy homeless person. He was
I
a
don't give a
crazy
fuck,
homeless
man.
person. Yeah,
Ain't
you know.
about
And it's not really
disrespect,
Max's
it's
job.
blood.
If it's like a family, it's like the family
It
should
definitely
protect
was
family.
your uncle's job. Yeah, your uncle should have fucking took it to the next level.
That's what
No,
I'm.
I
he shouldn't
agree.
have. No, he shouldn't
No,
have.
listen, hold on.
I agree with Max, but go ahead.
I agree with all of you. I agree with all of you.
This is great.
I agree with all of you. Considering the fact that he was absolutely out of his mind, completely inebriated, had so many bottles in those carts.
The cart,
Any
they
of them
weren't
could have been-
bags. They were shopping. He had 3 shopping carts tied together. He was like a insane homeless person.
Yeah, he was like
They were
schizophrenic and
they
drunk.
were tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were tied. He was pulling a train of carts.
Mm-hmm.
So my only fear, I would have cussed him out, to be quite honest with you. It was a full moon. I was not in the mood to play with him. He was
Hey,
playing
werewolf.
with me, and I just wasn't there for it. But the only reason that I kept my mouth shut and just stood there and I had a little bit of my thug face on was because, I stood in true strong stance.
Okay, good.
The reason was because he could have just pulled out a glass bottle or a knife, and he could have broken the glass bottle and come and attacked
So you're a little
me.
bit of a pussy.
Not a pussy, but I'm a little wise. I have some
Good.
sense, you know?
Yeah.
You're
I
a bit
get
of a
it.
crystal
Just a
person.
little
You're like
bit.
a crystal
I don't
type
even know
person.
niggas
Yeah,
that do that
actually.
shit. I think that's some TV shit where niggas take a goddamn bottle and then bash it.
She's got a
and
crystal in
fucking-
her pocket.
Her crystal protected her at
Her
the end
crystal
of the day.
protected her.
And she
I
had
needed
the
some
scowl. So let's break that.
creativity.
And you brought that thug face. The same thug face that was there. Similar was the face that was gazing into the Tesla that the preacher was when you first met. That the preacher was driving by in. So
The preacher was an accident. I wasn't giving him any looks. No looks whatsoever. It was a
You
very
said you were
blank.
looking at him.
a glance.
I was. It was a blank stare, though. It was just the fact I was
Kosher
on the phone.
stare.
I was accidentally looking into his car. He has a Tesla, so it looks like a fishbowl. You can see everything in that car.
Do you look into more nice cars usually?
Yeah.
So
Are you,
Yeah.
are you ever looking at like a 92 Corolla with flirty
like-
eyes, or is it always like
A fishbowl Tesla.
Tesla or
But
Range
I
Rovers?
wasn't.
I want to
Okay,
be in
so
that
He's like,
fishbowl.
usually
I wasn't
Ferraris.
looking with flirty
I know you weren't looking with
eyes.
flirty eye, but
But
probably
I have noticed post the pastor, I started recognizing, I sort of like look into nicer cars. Like if
Shocking.
I see like a 92 Corolla, I like turn around immediately.
Yep. Okay, so you look at the
Big quinky
Tesla.
dink.
You guys lock eyes.
We locked at.
Jaron has a 2020
I don't even know if we locked eyes. I can't
Tesla.
remember.
Just throwing that in
You
there.
guys are funny.
And he pulled over.
I just bought
He
a
didn't
Tesla.
pull over. I saw his head. Then I turned around because I was like, shoot,
Oh,
I don't want
what
this
have I
person
done?
thinking that I'm trying to, as he says, choose up on him or something like that.
Choose up?
Is that what it's called? Choose up?
They don't sound like a pastor. This guy's in a pimp.
That's what I
That's
thought
just what
for
he
the
calls himself.
I swear
Yeah.
I swear to you all that I was convinced for the first month of talking that he was a pimp. Didn't I tell you that?
I'm still not convinced that he's not, but go ahead.
He probably is.
I've been listening to his sermons and, I've watched him live.
Yeah, that's what all
Pastor pimps do.
hookers say. Not only a hooker,
Pastor
but they
pimp.
all get intrigued by these sermons these pimps do.
All right, let's not hate on the dude yet. Let's
Yeah,
give it a
but-
shot. Go ahead, tell the story, Marlena. How you met.
Okay.
So he turns
So-
I'm
around.
fucking with you.
So I saw his head turn around. I turned around and then I saw his head come back around, like whiplash kind of thing. I don't know. And again, I said, "Oh, great, Marlena, go back inside." Mind you, I just got out of a relationship.
Mind you.
Like how long ago?
Well, I broke up with my ex-girlfriend.
James getting
So
excited.
you,
Jarren, be honest. Did it just move? Did it just move, Jarren?
let me grab my vino. I'll be right back.
So
He's like, let me set the mood.
I broke up with her in the first
Look at his
in
little
January, but it didn't work out then. Then
What happened?
why did I break up, or why didn't it work out? Why did
what
the
happened
breakup?
with you and your girl?
So the relationship. I don't know if you guys know about lesbians and the whole U-Haul thing.
Oh, I know a lot about him.
Okay,
The
so
U-Haul thing.
No, talk about the U-Haul thing.
Yeah, what's the U-Haul
the
thing?
so the U-Haul thing is like when you're in a lesbian relationship, you U-Haul it. That means you just move right in.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
move quickly, like you pack up and you move in together.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say like y'all get discounts and shit.
They should.
It's like a military
You
discount.
know, that's really
Yeah.
They really should. I'm sure a lot of lesbians give U-Haul a lot of business, so they should offer a 10% discount if you're in
Gotta
an
prove it, though.
LGBTQ.
But you're not
plus,
really a lesbian.
IA plus.
Well, let her
whatever it is.
talk about her story.
Okay.
Okay.
So and that's what I realized is that I'm not really a lesbian, but it started because we were fighting all the time. Soon into our relationship, maybe like 4 months in, 3-4 months in, and it just got really nasty. And I was like, ugh, I hate all this like horrible emotion. Like I'm fine with it coming from just me, but if it's being reciprocated, it's scary and I don't want it and I run, And plus I'm like fight or flight, and sometimes I have to just fight, and I was just fighting. So anywho,
This is real content. Keep
got
going.
very upset.
You're reading something off on the side.
I know. That's
Rude.
very rude.
I'm not reading.
We're all engaged here, and you're
dare you.
fucking around on your phone.
Hey, man, I need to find a
All right, well,
lesbian.
don't-
I'm looking
Yeah,
for
he's
I'm unhinged.
he's looking for.
Come on, keep going.
Sorry, keep going.
So then we,
So you realized
Nice.
dating women was awful.
I realized,
Can
Was
I ask a person?
difficult.
It was difficult.
Did you guys ever use strap-ons?
oh man, that's a really
That's a
personal.
deep- Yeah,
Very,
that's-
wow, you really jumped steps there. Jimmy.
How about this? If
Answer
I
that- you have to answer the
primarily like men,
So yes,
obviously I would. That's the only, that would have to be included.
Because she
Okay.
likes men.
That would
She's
have to
not
be on the
a real
table.
lesbian.
Yeah, I appreciate you opening up about that on
So
the
she
spot.
would
But,
strap it up sometimes.
okay, damn. Okay, so
It's
keep
not
going.
the same. Put it this way, it's just not the
It's
same.
not the same.
I was going to ask you: is the thrusting game?
Here we go. You want to get your wine out? You want to set the mood, Jarren, first?
Listen,
I was gonna ask this. Go ahead.
is the thrusting game from a lesbian versus a man? Is that different?
That's a really good question, actually.
Good.
That's a very, very good question.
Okay.
So the thrusting game from everyone is different.
Yeah,
Whether
yeah,
you're
yeah.
male, female, male and male, whatever. It's different from anyone that you're with.
That is
it's
true.
completely different. Some people do like the whole R&B, let's
Yeah.
make some waves in there. And
Okay,
some
okay.
people like to go rock and roll full style. And
Rock and
then
roll full style.
I remember a quick
And
aside.
then you got the fucking old school white boy porn guy that's just like.
Well, that's funny. A quick
that's a little
aside.
rock and roll.
I dated a girl and she said I don't like jackhammering. Remember I told you about
Oh
this?
yeah,
Max?
who was the?
That's some girl from Oakland, and she said I don't like jackhammering, and I was like, what the fuck is jackhammering? She's like, it's just when a guy like actually goes really hard, consistently, and I thought, well, I guess this is over.
Wait. So is it okay? Continue.
Anyways.
My boyfriend was drilling. I'm just going to tell you guys this really
Drilling.
quickly. He was drilling a hole in my wall yesterday to
I
hang
see
up.
what you guys
That was a
said.
good. I love that segment.
No.
You are a
She's
deviant.
clever. She's a little deviant
You're
poet.
a deviant.
Go ahead, drilling a hole in your
He
wall.
was drilling a hole in my wall to hang a board for me. And I thought, okay, now that's how everybody should do it. That drill, you just got to drill it.
Wow.
We don't have fucking
Marlena.
That should be
mechanical
your
cotton.
What would the pastor say? Did you say? Did you remark?
That's what she says to him. Drill it. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
That was
of course I
too
made
much.
a
Sorry.
remark.
That was too much.
That was
pal.
beyond strap-on.
I think sometimes I'm a little too much for the pastor, but it's okay. We'll
Obviously.
figure it
Okay,
out.
so
I pray
wait,
about it.
let's get
Back
back
to
on
the
track.
lesbian.
Wait, I have a quick question.
And then I know we everywhere.
Wait, everyone has
There's a lot of
questions now. You
testosterone
got
flying
us.
around the room here. Let's go.
I'll pass. Go ahead, Jerry.
Back with your lesbian. Now, if you wasn't into, you say you found out you wasn't into females. Now, I take it that, you would, go down a little bit, right? Munch a little carpet.
I was a pillow princess mostly. Put it this way. I tried, and I realized
into it?
I wasn't into it.
Was she?
It tastes
yeah.
like
Oh, she's a
a
real
9-volt
lesbian.
battery, didn't it?
She's like, what?
No,
9-volt battery.
I don't
9-volt
know.
battery?
Like licking the end of
Honestly,
the
I don't
9-volt
remember, and I really don't
You
remember.
shut that out of your brain?
I think I might have shut it out of my brain a little bit, but it's not as bad as you think. It's just like I'm just not the
We're
one
men.
that wants
Oh,
to. I'm not the one that wants to be there.
9-volt battery.
I just
Never
don't
heard
want.
that one
I don't know. I don't like being. This is getting a little raunchy, but I just don't want to be like smothered with thighs or anything.
You don't want the thigh sandwich?
I can't believe I'm saying this. This should be cut out.
No, we don't know how to edit. We don't have time to edit.
This is
We had an editing machine, but it broke.
We're live
a
this
little
week.
a loose. You never
You're
had
not
the.
live this week. I
we're
heard you
literally
outside.
live
I was
on YouTube.
hearing you.
She's going to make us cut it out.
Yeah.
God
I
damn
was
it.
hearing you last week or outside.
You never had the seafood experience, have you?
Stupid. Let's get off the pussy seafood
God
This is the
forbid.
battery.
most hacky
Yeah.
That would
shit
be
from
horrible.
Aaron's mind. He's like, this is so hacky.
Let's get off the horny boy shit. I want to know more
good,
about
good.
the pastor.
Thank you,
We-
Aaron.
we're
Are
done?
you a good Christian boy?
I grew
know
up a
you
good
are.
Christian boy.
He
Yes,
is,
I
actually.
did
I
grow
know
up a
you
good
are.
Christian
You're
boy.
the
this
Jewish
was,
boy.
I'm a good
you know
Jewish
what
boy.
that just
I don't know
happened?
about you or
the
you.
cult that Aaron was came into this fucking next level of existence into, because I know you were in a little bit of a cult,
Yes,
right?
yeah, I was in a
and they
little bit
made
of-
it so that you like couldn't really fully embrace your pee-pee, right?
Yeah, no sport fucking, no fucking for
Sport
fun.
fucking.
Right.
What the fuck is?
Right.
You know,
right.
fucking for fun
Yeah,
without in a
Oh.
relationship.
He's a
helped-
Jesus guy.
It helped revolutionize you because you were fucked up on drugs, and then that helped you get in, sober and
Yeah.
your life back together. But the residue from it,
We got a comment. I gotta
Go ahead.
interject. We got a comment today on YouTube
Jesus
from the last
fucking
episode.
Christ, fuck.
What?
No.
That was like, we get it. The guy with the big water bottle is sober.
Are you the guy with the big water
but
bottle?
part of that program that helped get you in, the initial program, was they were really weird with sex shit, right?
Yeah.
And some of the residue is still there. So what happens is, as we're getting raunchy into the thigh sandwich, some of that spikes up a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
the
like, let's get the
counselor.
fuck
It's a
back.
little
Yes.
triggered.
Yeah,
Okay.
the counselor in the back of my mind is like,
In this case, it was right on time. So, anyways,
I'm so grateful for you this
Yeah,
morning.
so-
We'll get
Thank
back to
you.
it in 5 minutes, but let's
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about something
you're
else for a
grateful for the
moment.
Honestly.
cult. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm grateful for the cult, and I'm grateful for him having this experience to share it, and
I love it.
embrace
Stop
everyone
us.
not sport fucking.
But
So
I'll
what?
say this: every person that's behind a cult is always a crazy sick fuck. So,
There's some sport fucking.
We're all over the place today.
Yeah,
I
all
kind of
over
like
the
it though.
place.
well, I'm technically in something like a cult, if you would say.
Pastor cult?
I thought you was
No.
with the pastor.
No, I'm
He's a
talking
cult
about
leader?
what
He's
is
a
my
cult?
lifestyle, my fellowship,
Oh, yeah, we're all in that shit.
Yeah, we're all.
and it's
Except
similar
Jared.
to a cult.
just
I
tell
know
him.
you're not,
Except
because
Jared's
I've watched this.
He's
several times,
kind of
like,
he's teetering in.
Are you?
Let's get back on
But-
track.
Pastor,
that's it.
pastor.
The pastor. So you guys
so-
lock eyes. Well, first,
Wait,
how
are we
long-
finishing the lesbian
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Let's finish your
So
lesbian.
finishing
thing.
the lesbian thing, we stopped being intimate last August, and when I stopped the intimacy, I realized, like, I started, and I purposely stopped the intimacy because of all of the fighting. I was like, this just doesn't feel right. So then, as time went on, I realized, okay, Marlena, you made a big mistake here. How do you undo this? Like, you're not a lesbian. And even though I thought we could go right off into the sunset and get married and have these, like, 2 children, maybe, you know, get some sperm from somebody or adopt. Which I'm
He's
happy
smiling.
with.
He's excited.
Wait, were you guys each going to have a baby?
Alexander
No, it was
and
going to be all me.
You were going to be the mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to be the birth mother.
What were the names
We
of them?
went with that
Alexander
one.
and
Alexander, James, and Molly Madonna.
keep going.
Okay. So
What the fucking names?
they
Molly, Madonna, Karate Kid, Benton. It's got a ring.
very funny. So
Got a ring.
So we okay, so then we in January,
Yes.
I randomly got very honest. You know, she was making dinner and I came in crying and I said, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I've realized that I'm not a lesbian and I don't think I can continue down this path, blah, blah, blah. Not this path, but like I can continue this relationship with you. It wouldn't be fair to you. And it came so left field, but she was heartbroken. And then I started feeling really bad and I felt heartbroken for her. And so the next day we got back together and I
one of those.
tried it for a month again, but then I went off to Trinidad for Carnival and I saw all of these beautiful, beautiful men, you know?
Can I ask you this?
Yes.
When you broke up with your girlfriend, was she wearing a flannel shirt?
All right. Okay, so let's get
No,
to
I have a real question.
Now we will
I have a
cut
real
there,
question.
I really want
Okay.
to know. I'm trying to paint
Answer the
scene.
question.
I don't think, you know, to be honest with you, I don't even think she owned a flannel shirt.
Okay, there you
She
have
was
it.
more of like a Kanye
He's
style.
trolling you.
But I have a question. Wait, so you broke up? No. You stopped being intimate with her in August, but didn't break up till January. She didn't like figure something was up
No,
between
no, no.
September,
We didn't
October,
even
November. Just
completely break up. Okay, well.
I'm saying you broke up in January, but you stopped being intimate previously in August. Like, what was going on for those 4 months? You guys were together and not like.
So those 4 months, we were. First of all, that's another thing in lesbian relationships. You guys should actually watch The L Word. It's a wonderful show if
Not
you
a
really
lesbian.
want to
Not a
understand
lesbian.
about lesbians. But a lot of lesbians, they have this thing called lesbian. I think it's called bed death or deathbed bed death,
The fuck is that?
where
It's
a
not
lot
fucking.
of times, and they're even though they're like fully lesbian and they're planning on staying lesbian for however long, you know, they just stop having sex for a very long time. I think about like even in
I think y'all missed dick.
heterosexual
That's
couples.
what's probably going on.
No, well, one of the characters
Well, that's a
did.
thing in general, like you're saying. Like people just stop fucking for a while. 'cause,
Exactly.
yeah, they're
Like a
tired of it.
lot, and it's even in heterosexual couples, like male and female. Sometimes the woman, because her husband's been a DICK.
Wow, what is with your non-cursing? Is this pastor related?
Is this
No,
pastor related?
I think it's because I know that this is going to be public, so I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
you just said
Thank
you
very
didn't
much.
want fucking hips smush, but you can't say the word dick.
I don't know.
Is your boyfriend going to watch this?
I hope not. Last time I broke a heart. Last time I was on one of these podcasts.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, she was still.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right, so fast forwarding, the pastor U-turn says what's
Fast
up.
forwarding U-turn, he comes in, and I was very upset that he even showed up. He showed up, so I was very aggressive. I was immediately like, okay, how can I help you? What do you want in this store? What do you really want? Let's get down to business. And he said, oh, I'm looking for something for my daughter. And I said, how old is your daughter? And he told me 9. And I was like, okay, you're coming into a women's boutique looking for something for your daughter.
He's a pastor.
I'm sure I can find something for you. Let me see. I could find like an accessory. Then my mom comes out from the back, and this guy has personality on personality on personality. He has a very large personality, which annoyed me initially. And she introduces herself as my mother. This is my daughter. She's a princess. Let me tell you. I'm like, he's not asking for all of this. Why are you selling me
So
right
your
now?
mom was trying to push you on him.
I don't know why. She didn't know anything about the man. I have no clue why she was
I was
selling
like,
me.
Mom is the pimp.
Right? Mom is
Pinky.
the real pimp.
Shout out
She's
Pinky.
the OG pimp. But yeah, so to make a long story short, I like tried to sell him on some stuff. He bought some stuff for his daughter, and then he gave us his business card, which was when I found out that he was a pastor.
He was trying to flex.
But to be honest, here's the thing. And I didn't realize this until after he left. Well, first he does a lot of prison ministry. So I was really attracted to that because I am sober in AA, and like AA members, we have this thing called hospitals and institutions where people go into prisons and spread the word of AA and like the gospel of AA, and try to get you to like convert,
Join the cult. Yeah.
to not join the cult, but to like live a better life, you know?
Yeah.
So I found that really respectable, and or not even respectable, intriguing, right? It intrigued me. So I wanted to know about that. He gave me a little brief synopsis on what it was. Yeah. And then my mom asked if he would pray for us, and he prayed for us. And I remember like rolling my eyes.
Or like in person.
In person, because we had this wonderful female pastor pray for us one time, and she prophesied. I don't even know how to say that word, but she gave us all different prophesized. She gave us all different prophecies and prayed for us individually. But so my mom's like, this pastor came in one time and prayed for us also. Can you pray for us too? And I just was rolling my eyes. I feel really bad to roll my eyes because I really love God.
What was the
Were
prayer?
you rolling your eyes because you were mad, or was it because the Holy
Mom.
Ghost?
I just felt like he was like, I felt like it was like a show off move, you know? And like, I'm not, don't
By
impress
him, but
me.
he was asked to.
Still.
He should have been like, oh, come to church right now. I'm just kind of, I'm on my downtime. I'm not working.
I think if
He's
you're a
not
pastor,
working.
you kind of, that's like something that
You
we
hop to
have
it when
been
asked.
having discussions about.
Anyway, so what's the prayer?
Now that we're in a relationship.
What's the prayer?
It was just a general, like I
Heavenly
cover.
Father.
Yeah, Heavenly Father.
That's the OG.
I pray
Dear Heavenly
for.
Father.
I
It's
can't remember
like-
exactly, but it was
He
very
working
general.
all
I
his
pray for
moves.
All the moves.
I pray for
That
this.
motherfucker had like one of them little pastor.
He did show up in a collar one time. He did show up in a collar one
Heavenly
time.
Father.
And then
Were you
sped off.
excited?
I said, God is laughing at me really hard right now. I can't believe you actually walked in here like this.
We pray
You
for
know,
the
what made it
blessings.
worse? He had a turtleneck on.
Well, I have a turtleneck on.
We thank you
No,
for
I
the
was just saying
blessings
when he put the collar around his neck. Yeah.
and the bounty of this business and the
Wait,
abundance.
so he's a
So how did he get you? Oh no, sorry.
No,
you
go ahead. How did he get you? Did you text him on the business call? On the
No,
business
he
card?
came back the next week because he promised that he would, and I promised that I would have things for his 9-year-old daughter, but I forgot to get anything for her. And he came back with his daughter.
Weird move.
And
This nigga here.
he was quiet this time. He was a little bit more quiet, and he was such a nice, caring, and gentle dad that I was like, wow.
That was a
Like,
part of the plan.
It was.
Obviously.
I'm sure it was a part of the plan. I'm sure, but he was honestly being himself. Like as I'm getting to know him, he was being himself. He was working on something on his phone, and then I was more talkative, and he was a little bit more docile, which I preferred
Docile.
because I didn't, I didn't like the big show off like alpha male. I'm here to like take over
to
everything.
own that shit.
Yeah.
I gotta just so you know, I'm gonna prepare for another meeting, but keep talking.
Quick question. So has he now copped the fact that he turned around and came in for you?
Of course.
Okay.
He copped that fact like
The
quickly
next day.
on.
Okay, got you. In terms of
He asked for my phone number that second time, by the way, because I wouldn't call him.
How did he? He's like, hey, so can I call you? You know, it's so crazy. In 2020, it's like most people are on social media. So do you ask for people's number or did you ask for their fucking social media handle?
what he do? He's a
Well,
pastor.
he
asked for
doesn't
your
have
number.
social media, but
He definitely has a Finsta.
he was very aggressive
100%.
in a kind, gentle way. He said, I'm not leaving here today without your phone number.
No, it is Me Too fucking movement. That is
It's a little much.
harassment.
A little much.
Well, the energy was flowing at the time. There was a lot of energy going up, There were a lot of
Okay.
flames flying. And so...
He's working. He know how to work these angles, man. I see him.
Oh, he's really good at working those angles.
Jesus Christ. Yo, this is a kosher podcast. You guys
He's a
are
pastor.
He's a pastor.
It's okay.
But you guys had a fight a few
He's a
days
man
ago.
at the end of the day.
And I want you to break it down.
Before we get to the fight, wait, so he's like a rich pastor, huh? He drives a Tesla?
He's not a rich pastor. No,
He
he's
drives
not
a
a rich
Tesla.
pastor. He's not a rich
Is
pastor.
it a Tesla 3 though?
He's a
have a
hard-working
mega
pastor.
church?
He's in what?
Do you have a mega church?
No, he doesn't. No.
Are you
Is he
dating
working
TV
If he
on
had a mega church, well, okay, hold on. I think if he had a mega church, he would be married by now. Put it this way.
Oh no! All the pastors is married. It's got mega churches. Got bitches on the side.
Well, I'm not
Or
a
boys.
bitch on the side, okay?
All right, guys.
Saying
I'm
you
just
are.
letting you know. Executive producer out for a minute. Guys, try not to neg her so much about the pastor, and just let her live and let the pastor live. But continue.
I appreciate
Ladies
you
and
having
gentlemen,
me.
Ignore
Kyle
that
raps.
interruption. What are you clapping for?
I was clapping for Kyle.
No. He gave you a clap.
Soul clap. So he is not a rich pastor. He has the cheap Tesla Model 3.
He's a Jew. He's a rabbi.
Oh!
He's a
Jewish
That's funny.
That's fucked up, dude.
That was good,
Low
Jarren.
blow, which is fun.
You get points for that one.
You've been anti-Semitic since we first met.
I have not
A
been
little bit.
anti-Semitic. First of all, I was going to convert to Judaism a long time ago, and I still love it.
He still thinks about it. So you guys have been dating. How long you guys been dating?
3 months.
3 months.
Oh, 3 months. Oh, so y'all hadn't even gotten to the meat of the
Yeah,
relationship.
y'all don't even know
yet.
each other.
The meat
yet.
started a couple days ago.
So the meat.
Well,
Okay,
let's not-
so we're both very intense people, let me tell you. I'm a little fluffier intense. I'm a little light intensity.
Yeah.
And he's like grit intense. He's like, let's dig in the dirt. Let's hammer. What did he say? Jackhammer the cement.
boy.
Kind of
Take it
intense.
easy.
No, I'm
We
serious.
have children listening. Seriously.
He's like hardcore intense, where I'm like intense, but I'm light about it.
Yeah.
So we from the first phone conversation that we had, it just started off intense.
It was very real.
It was very
Is this
real.
guy? Is he on Instagram?
No, he's not on any social media.
That
He
she
has
knows of.
No, I've looked.
Yeah.
I've searched. Trust me, I've done.
He's married.
As soon as he left, no, he's not. He's not. I know he's not. As soon as I have not relationships.
Let me say this: when you find out he's married, we're going to play this episode.
That's not nice,
I've
Jen.
been in his house. I've been in his house. I've
Finsta
been
house.
with his kids.
His Finsta house.
His Finsta house.
Continue.
Imagine. I mean, I had all of these fears when I first started talking to him, because everybody, when they found out that I was dating a pastor, even my godmother, who's like ultra religious.
Who's your godmother?
Olivia, you haven't met her. You might have met her, actually. But anyone was like, be careful. He could be full of SHIT. He could be completely full of SHIT, and he could be a pimp.
I don't know that our listeners can spell.
Shit.
Okay.
He could be full of shit. He could be full of shit. And he sent me this really large arrangement of flowers after
Mega church.
coming
for
with
sure.
me coming to see me the third time and shopping for his daughter. The following day, I received this massive arrangement, and I was like, okay, I was kind of taken away because I felt this is a little bit much, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong
My phone
with
just fell in
flowers.
some water. Hold on, sorry.
His phone fell in some water. How did that? Wait, why are you guys laughing so hard?
She's fucking retarded.
Sorry.
How did that happen, and how did you know?
You didn't hit it. I had it in my hand and it just fell out my hand. I'm sitting on my bar, and below my bar is a sink, and it's okay.
Okay.
All right. So you were saying it was a little much, but you loved it.
It was a little much, but I liked it. And at that moment is when I thought, is this guy serious, or is he trying to win me over? Is he trying to
May I
pimp
ask
me?
what's his age?
39,
What's your age?
31. What is your opinion? Do you have something to say about that?
And no social media at all.
No social media at all.
Okay. What's the name of the church that he's a pastor at?
I can't say
You're
that.
gonna bomb it.
But what kind of church is it? Is it like a Catholic one or like?
Pentecostal.
Dude, like it's in a garage.
Wait, aren't they the crazies?
I don't know if they're the crazies.
They
or
speak
not.
in tongues.
Oh yeah. Well, my
I like
church
how you
also
said, are
speaks
they
in
the
tongues.
crazy? I think anyone that believes in let me say,
An organized religion.
No.
Pentecostals are a little different. They have like rattlesnake churches in Georgia and shit, and they believe that if you have the
Yeah.
Holy Spirit, you won't get bit. So they're a little crazier.
No, he doesn't believe that.
Well, he might not believe it, but some of his organization does.
I'm sure some of his organization does, but also
What's his name? What's his name?
I'm
She
not
can't-
giving his,
Give
you
us a
his
first name.
I can't give you a name.
First name?
I
I'm gonna
can't-
do some
not
investigation.
publicly,
I'm
I
gonna do some
cannot.
investigating on this
Do you
guy.
say, hey, pastor?
No, I don't.
No,
but
you say, hey.
sometimes I do. Sometimes I do.
Oh, inappropriate. Inappropriate.
Molly Madonna.
Do y'all role play?
No,
He's
not yet.
definitely
You
married.
dress up like a nun?
No.
In the costume.
But if we get married, yes. Why not?
Why not now?
Oh, well, because we're not married.
Have you yelled, "Oh, pastor"?
No, I have not.
Nah.
Fine.
No, that doesn't do anything for me.
All right.
I never thought I would be with. First of all, I didn't even think that there was like an attractive pastor like that.
Has he tried to choke you with his little fucking thing?
No, but that's a great idea.
Wait, I thought
I'll keep that.
that's
one.
against-
Thank you very much.
Wait, isn't that against the rules
Thanks
to be
for the
having
idea.
premarital sex as a pastor?
So
Yeah. What about that?
we
not when
took
you're
it
married.
off the table.
He's married.
You took it
He's
off
not
the...
married. We took it off the table. I promise you he's not married. I know for a fact
Wait,
he's not married. But he
you-
does have these two really big rings that at first I thought he was married because one is on the left-hand
Okay.
side. I thought the same thing.
Oh, so no premarital sex. You took that off the table.
We,
Oh.
oh man, I didn't want to talk about this.
Well,
But we did.
Just don't tell him to watch this podcast.
We did. You know, we fell into male and
Love.
female
Lust is what we call
lust
it in
and
the
love.
Christian community.
Lust, yes, lust. And love. We've fallen in
Yeah.
love, but
oh
really,
shit! Really?
yes,
That's dope.
Y'all tell each other y'all love each other now?
we do.
Oh,
We do. I'm
Jared's
sorry to
heart-
disappoint you.
That's great.
I
you're gonna
apologize.
get your heart broke.
Oh, it's okay. You know what? Listen, I'm a champ in this game, so
Yeah.
All right.
well.
So you guys,
if I
Did
do,
it?
if I fall, I get back up again.
so you guys,
That's a good
That's kinda
outlook.
mean.
I
you guys
love that outlook.
broke the holy word of God, and then you were like,
We didn't break the holy word of God, but you know, like we fell.
because that
in
is the
Christian
thing, right?
terms, we fell into temptation. And at the end of the day, no matter, and I really can't judge him. He's a man, I'm a woman. It was his birthday.
he's supposed to be like a
I
next
showed up
level-
in a
oh.
beautiful little, like, not a beautiful, I wouldn't, it was,
You're like, I had a
Slutty.
I had a very, no,
nun outfit on.
I had on a very flirty
Like I was dressed like a
leopard
little boy.
dress.
Yeah. She was wearing a Catholic schoolboy uniform.
I had my schoolboy uniform on.
God.
I was dressed like an altar boy. He couldn't help himself.
No. But for if
was
any
hard as a rock.
if any pastors are watching, or if you ever plan on going in that direction, I would suggest not even kissing. Maybe kiss like a peck, but I would consider not like making out with this girl that you're dating, because it's going to lead to, eventually it leads to other things.
So,
if
so
you
I
do
have
it
a
so
real
often.
question. So like in like Orthodox Jews, they don't like
You
the
can't
rule is
touch.
you can't touch.
Yeah, and
so
I
what
think
is
that's smart.
Sure, but like it's a concrete rule. What is the rule in terms of?
You cannot have sex. You can touch, from
Can
what I
you do
understand.
oral sex? Can
Nope.
you? There can't be, so coming is the law. Like what is the actual
can't-
concrete rule?
Okay, so
So you said you
can-
can't have oral sex?
you can do first base. Do we remember what first
Yeah,
base is here?
kissing, making out.
Kissing,
I haven't been to
making
first
out.
base in
But
so
second
many.
base, what's second base again?
Like grabbing boobs and
you
stuff.
can't. No, really? Is that not
That's
a
what
part
I
of
thought.
first?
I thought that was second.
I thought that was
yeah,
included in
Approaching
first.
that's
second, maybe?
I think that's second base. Yeah,
Second base
grabbing
is like
tits and
yeah,
vagina.
yeah. 'cause
second base is
third base
titties.
is oral. So
Fingering.
yeah, fingers and hands and
I
stuff.
thought third. Oh yeah, third. Yeah, home run is.
No, I think
the whole-
third base is genitals.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then,
Clearly, we haven't played.
We're not baseball players.
this is what my understanding is that first base is making out, and if hands touch, when you make out, you touch the face, you touch the shoulders, you touch the boobs, you touch the butt, you might touch, whatever. But then the second base I thought was actual pleasure to the genitals with your hands. Then I thought that third base was oral sex, and fourth base is
What's fourth
obviously
base?
home run sex, full on.
Home run sex full on. What? Okay, so what is the rule or the Christian law?
I don't 100% have a
Do you know?
full answer
There
for
is Christianity is more like a spectrum than Judaism. I think some people think you can get fucked in the ass and that's allowed. Under
No, that's
the-
Judaism too.
They think you can get banged in the butt. Well,
yeah. What are you talking about? The
No.
girls, they consider
Yeah,
themselves a virgin
if
when they get
That is true.
their butt
anal-
banged out. So,
which
but
I think is like the ultimate loss of virginity, but
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I think Jesus
that
definitely
is. Like,
shed the
yo.
tear for that. But
It's
I
called
think
sodomy.
any bit of touching sexually is
What about like?
no, that's not.
What about on the tit?
The
Just a
pee-pee,
little tit.
touching the pee-pee,
The pee-pee.
or touching the the women's parts.
Exactly. You
It's
can't
against
do
the
it.
rules.
What if a guy's using like a stimulator on you, vagina? Is that what base is that?
I don't think that that's considered. I don't know what base that would be. Probably second. I don't know. That's like.
Can a pastor do that?
That's like waving. I think
He's
so.
like he's
Okay,
becoming
wait,
a
so you
pastor.
I
hit
think
one home run
so.
and then you were like, guys, no.
I didn't. I mean, actually,
did?
I sort of did. I did at first. I said no, and then he said, he was okay with it. He was like, he was solid. He was fine with what was going on. And I was saying no because I thought that we just needed to
So
take
you
it
said
off.
no and he still did it.
No, it wasn't like that. It was not like
Sounds
that.
like
It was both of.
You get raped by a pastor,
It was a
which is-
conversation that we had, and I just thought that like I didn't want to make the mistake of falling in love, but really it being blinded by me falling in lust, and me being totally wrapped up in somebody just because we had a nice bedroom life. You know what I mean?
Don't you think sometimes it can get mixed up though? Like because I've held out before too, and sometimes I think it almost drives the lust more, because you're like wanting it so bad, and you guys are
That's
just
so
excited
crazy.
to see each
It's
other.
2020. I mean, you guys are grown ass people holding out. That's
Well, that's why you kind of just try it out
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
See how it works out.
And then
So
you're
I'm,
like-
I'm really happy about how this is working out. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I mean, I have to admit it is difficult now that we've taken it off the table and we do see each other. It's like, okay,
So what base do y'all stop at now?
first
First.
we end at first.
So hold on. So are y'all ever gonna fuck again?
Well, that was a question that I had over the weekend. I said, I hope that we do not get comfortable.
He asked
in-
you that. He's like, "Hey, are we fucking again or what?"
No. It was my conversation.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the pastor.
He didn't say, "Hey, either we fucking, or I'm fucking."
No, I said that we should, I just hope that we don't get comfortable in this lifestyle of like
Not fucking.
not having sex, like because
What was his answer?
the point is that we want to get married eventually, like we want to wait before we get married. I hope that in between this time that everything works out perfectly because I don't want to just hold off. I know this sounds really bad and slutty, but I don't want to just hold off.
We're feminists. It's okay.
I don't want to just hold
Dead
off
ass.
and then not hit the real home run, which is marriage, right?
This is completely overrated.
What?
Trust me.
What did you say?
He said it's completely
It says
overrated.
completely overrated.
What? Sex or marriage?
Marriage.
Oh, you've been
Both
married.
are kind of. But I think,
Yeah.
What's interesting
I'm
is you have
divorced.
a good ability of being in relationships without intimacy. You did it with your girlfriend last,
And I
then now
do.
your boyfriend, which
I-
is kind of weird.
I know, I do. I have a very, I don't know, by the grace of God.
What's
All
that?
by the
Is that
grace
like,
of
is
God.
that your thing?
No, it's not my thing, but I think it's become my thing since I've gotten sober, since I've become sober. I realize like I can prioritize a little bit better than I ever have in my life before.
You know, if this too personal, let me know.
Oh, Jesus.
What was your addiction? That you
Oh,
were-
please, that's not too personal.
Oh, okay.
We could continue for 3 days about this.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
My addiction, my last was just alcohol, right? But I
Okay.
had a dry sobriety prior to a year and a half of like complete and utter horrible drinking. But I did
I
everything
struggle
except
with
for
that.
heroin
I
and
struggle
meth.
with that myself.
What was your like main shit?
Cocaine.
Uh,
Cocaine, Adderall,
Sound like my type of girl.
right? I know.
Easy.
Changed a
Wait,
little bit in
last-
my personal
I
style.
want to know what you guys fought about a couple days ago. You were all
It's
bummed?
like I didn't want
Oh.
to try to dress like a schoolboy.
No, it was a misunderstanding. We watched this wonderful movie. If you guys are interested in anything about like racial stuff, it's called The Imitation
Not
of
here.
Life. Jarren, if you haven't seen
I
it,
feel
you
like
should.
I've seen the imitation of life.
1957, incredible movie. The girl looks a little bit like me. You can't tell what she is, So she passes for white, and she drives her mother literally to her grave. But anyways, when my mom showed me this when I was 5 and said, "I'm showing you this movie because I never want you to forget you're black." But I was 5 years old, so all I saw was that her white boyfriend slapped her and was like, "You're an N-word." And I was like, oh my gosh. And then she was dancing at a cabaret and was doing a little burlesque. And I was like, I love that. I want to do that. And then she was a showgirl. So I was very confused until I
I've
got a
never
little
seen that
older.
movie.
But
I'm thinking of something else.
you should watch the movie, Amazon.
Imitation of life.
No, I'm talking about the
imitation of
twerking
life.
shit anyways.
So I was telling him the next morning after watching this movie how I really wanted to be a burlesque dancer. And I'm a former ballet dancer, so obviously dance is in my life.
Yeah.
You know, it's embedded in me and it's ingrained in me. And I was like, burlesque is something I've always wanted to do.
Not kosher.
And I wanted to open a gentleman's club, a high-end gentleman's club, not a
Yeah,
strip
you need a
club.
partner. Let's do it.
Not a strip club, but not a strip club. It would be ballet dancers
whorehouse.
on poles,
Yeah,
dancing
basically.
doing pole dancing, ballet dance. Hopefully, nobody still does it.
Nobody want to see that.
Like
It's
Jumbo's clown room.
fabulous.
Nobody wants to go to a
No,
club
even
at 3 o'clock
classier
in the
than that.
morning. high
Classier, but
and
the same. Think at Jumbo's, it feels like there's a stern line of no fucking's going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It kind of feels like
but it still feels a
it's
little
still
raunchy.
ratchet. It is still raunchy, but it's still kind of like
Y'all
There's
wanna
one in
partner up
Seattle
in,
called the Pink Door, which is like an actual burlesque. Like they have like trapeze
Yeah, like a
topless
Cirque du
women, but it's like classy and it's like dinner.
You
and
know
that's
what?
why.
I went to
Exactly.
a burlesque. I was just talking shit earlier, but I did go to like a burlesque. It was like a strip club, like, but it's like burlesque dances. It was in Portland, Oregon, and I actually had a fucking good time.
Yeah, because you got to don't get me wrong, strip clubs and all of that, whatever thing that the strippers do.
What's this?
Clapping, tushy clapping.
A tushy clapping.
Whatever. I think it's all great, right? From a dancer's perspective, I think it's all great. But then there's that fine line
From a
of,
pastor's
like you were
wife's
saying,
perspective.
no, not even from a pastor's wife's perspective. From
Do you call
a
yourself a
female
pastor's
perspective, yes, I sometimes do when you
I knew
start
it.
talking crap to me. But sometimes there's that fine line of where it goes from prostitution and actual talent and dance.
hey, there's
Yeah, 'cause
there's
that's
art in
what's gonna happen.
prostitution.
There is.
That's how it
salesmanship.
is. Art and prostitution.
Of course, there is a okay, but it's not the actual work. The definition of art, which I cannot give you at this particular moment, but the
Yeah.
definition of art, there's no art in prostitution. There's finesse. There's manipulation.
As a man
Art.
who has paid for his share of hookers,
Yeah,
I've
and there's
had some-
manipulation on both sides. There's manipulation on the man's side, and there's manipulation on the woman's side.
I thought y'all fought about something. Let's get
So
to
we
it.
fought because
You were like, I wanna be a twerker. He
He
was like, no.
misunderstood me, and he thought that I was in the works, that I was planning on opening up this gentleman's
Is this
club.
a jealous guy?
Yep.
No, he's not jealous. He's not jealous.
Is
He's
he an open-minded guy?
No, he's a Pentecostal pastor.
Wait, but no, you said it was something about you were going to take like a twerk
I'm getting
club.
there. I'm getting there. So he
I know,
thought that I
we
wanted
keep
to be a
interrupting you and
madam.
We keep cutting you off.
No, it's okay. He
Would
wanted to.
Would he feel a way about you if you was personally like, yo, I want to do a burlesque dance for you? Would he
No,
be like, oh,
for
no.
him, no,
Okay.
please.
Yeah.
He would love that. Why not? I wouldn't be dating some man who's like totally square. It's impossible. I would. What the
Is
hell?
he
My
the
head
type
would
of
blow
guy
off.
who get mad? I don't know your sexual history, and that's your privacy. And if you want to share it, it's cool. Is he a man that gets jealous about your past? Like,
Not
oh,
at all.
You've been with this-
Not at all. And unfortunately,
Okay.
I'm very open about it. And I've told him from the beginning, and I like talk too much. Really, I talk way too much about stuff like
Shocking.
that. And he's not judgmental at all. But now the future and the present time,
You're
he's
not allowed
like,
to fuck anyone else.
well, obviously, that's relationship 101 unless you're in a polyamorous relationship. But, or unless you have a discussion about it, whatever. I don't know. But,
But onward. So you guys got in a fight.
onward, we got into a fight because he thought that I wanted to open the gentleman's club, and that goes against his values. And he expressed it. It was just a total misunderstanding. He expressed it like, this doesn't work for me. You know, like I'm a pastor. I'm going to be a bishop. This does not work for me in my life. That the woman that I'm with and that I might marry is going to end up becoming a madam. And I'm like, I'm not going to become a madam.
kinda
What are you
dope.
talking about? I'm just going to open up but I was fighting a point that didn't need to be fought. And he was fighting
thought
something
you were
that
still
didn't
gonna
need to
do
be
it,
fought.
and I
Exactly.
got it.
So then
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I'm like, shit, as long as we making a lot of money, fuck it.
well, I told him we basically I thought we broke up because I was like, you know what? If this doesn't work for you, fine. Bye. And I gave him a sweatshirt that I have.
You
and,
threw his sweatshirt back at him?
and
his
I
Argyle
handed
fucking sweater?
I passed it to him. And
Yeah, you were heated.
I was very heated. And I don't have time. This is the thing. I don't have time for the BS.
Not if you're gonna get Molly Moon, madam.
Molly Madonna.
Well, yeah. Molly Moon. I think it's some ice cream
That's
shop.
kind of cute, Molly Moon.
Molly Moon is a great ice cream shop.
If
in
I were-
Seattle.
Is that really an ice cream shop?
Yeah.
It's so
That's
cute.
a good name for a fucking ice cream
Yeah,
shop.
it is. It's so cute.
I thought there was some twerking.
So then
You were gonna take a
he
twerk class or
left,
something.
and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe it just got a little bit out of control. So I called him and I said, I think we're making a mistake. Literally seconds after he walked out, he goes, okay, this is not a conversation that we need to have over the phone. Let's do this in person. So he came up, and he again expressed himself, and he's like, you know, like, who I want in my life is someone who's going to add to my life and not take away from my life. I'm afraid of that. And also, you know, like, I
Did
don't
you show
want
him the budget of how much money it can generate?
This would be adding
add to
this
our
to
life.
the bottom line.
so he thought he, like, one of the things that he's concerned about is that if we do end up taking it to the next level and I'm in the church and all this stuff, that I'm going to show up in like really sexy clothing at the church, which I'm not. I'm in fashion, so I know how to dress for every occasion.
Yeah.
Especially when I put my mind to it, you know. If otherwise I just don't. If I don't care, I'll do whatever I want. But if I care, I'm going to dress appropriately for the
You're
occasion.
gonna wear that dress that he liked when he saw you.
Right. That exactly. That's definitely the pastor's wife type of dress. But anyways, I only have a couple of those.
That's the thing I don't like, and I understand that's his profession and not knocking him, but that's the shit I don't like in relationships, because I think that's when you go down a slippery slope, when you try to, not necessarily saying he's trying to control you, but when you try to
Change.
when a person, and I get it, like, you don't want to dress inappropriate in the church, but still, I don't believe, unless it's something, I guess it is, I guess we all have our definitions of what it is that's detrimental to our bottom line and our fucking relationship. But I believe in letting the person be who the fuck they are. So if that's what you want to do, and that's, you know, long as it's nothing that's like, hey, I want to go fucking, you know, I want to, you know, I don't fucking know, going to go fucking go inject some heroin and blow a fucking puppy or some shit like that. But I don't know, because then it's like you're kind of like you're taming a part of something. Not saying, and I'm just using this example. You're taming something within yourself that
Self-expression.
you want to do.
And I agree with you. I'm just going to say that I agree. I completely agree. And this is one of the arguments, you know, and this is my ego and my pride and myself. I don't even know if it's my ego, my pride, or if it's just really myself standing up for what I believe in. I agree with what you're saying. But everybody has their bottom lines, you know, like
Yeah,
if he
that's what I
were,
say,
if he were a hard drinker, I couldn't be with him, you know, if he were,
Gay.
if he
For
were,
example,
no, but that why would I be with someone gay? That
Well-
they wouldn't want to be with me either.
6 months ago.
Shut up. But why would a gay man want to be with me?
True.
But if he were,
Maybe he likes
Because
your clothes.
you know how to dress for every occasion.
Yeah.
if he were a thief, right? If he were a thief, I couldn't be with him. If he were
That's
doing,
my bottom line too.
yeah,
Thief.
but really, if he were doing things that went against what I believe in and like what I want to have in my be surrounded by, I couldn't be with him.
Yeah, that's why I say I do understand that. Back to, actually, I give him that. If that is your bottom line,
it's fun.
That's his bottom
And
line.
so his next
It's different
bottom
when you're
line,
in something and then you want the person to change, but whatever. But go on.
well, and I misunderstood too, because he was hurting my pride at the time. And I was like, well, if you wanted somebody who was going to be this way, you shouldn't have picked up a girl off of Pico in front of her clothing store. You should have been searching in the Bible study. But anyways, I think that's
he's
funny.
like, I used to get prostitutes.
Well, so,
Have you ever fucked a prostitute?
no.
No, he's a pastor.
But a lot of pastors
that-
do. A lot of
Yeah.
pastors do. And he's told me that a lot of pastors do some extracurricular activities.
Of course.
A lot of people.
Yeah,
but at the
yeah,
end of
yeah,
the
they
day,
do.
guys, they're just people.
People.
Well, shitty.
They're
Yeah.
just people.
They're
Okay.
people who talk to God, but they're people.
But we all, I mean, hopefully we all, I talk to God.
I
I
but
talk
talk to
God.
him.
But they talk to him a little more personally, I
I
think,
talk
right?
to him often
It's
when
their
I'm peeing because it's like a
profession.
personal.
it's their
quiet time.
profession. It's like something that you've studied. It's
That's
like if
some
we were
bullshit.
in
I don't like
AA.
that. A whole idea off top.
You know what's crazy? Whenever I
It's
feel
such
like
a
I want
personal
to
thing.
speak to a higher power, I try to make sure, Max, I just heard you say, I try to make sure that my hand is not touching my dick. Like I
I
don't
hear
want my
you.
hands
You
on my
usually
dick,
call
bro.
me. I'm the higher. Anyway, listen. I got a couple things. Because we got some inquiries from our listeners.
Okay. Are you really on live right now?
No.
Oh.
So 2 questions from our listeners that I want to bring to, and then we'll wrap it. One is for you is 3 top tips for getting the ladies. Help them out.
3 top tips for
Off
bringing.
the top of your head, 3 top tips.
3
Go.
top tips. That's a hard one. Okay. 1, be gentle, kind, and honest.
Oh, that's 3. Okay.
No, that's not 3. That's 1. That's 1. There's a lot more. And don't play the I'm waiting for you to call me game. Like, if you like somebody and
Call
you're
a bitch.
interested, call her, reach out to her, and call her. Send a pretext to see that she responds. And then when she responds, not immediately, but follow up with her with a phone call at some point and get to know her. Actually ask questions. Really be interested in her. Don't just be interested in taking her out.
What your interests are. Who do you be with?
Allow
Things that
her.
make you smile.
Also, women really like, depending on if you're dealing, what type of
So
woman
there's
you're
a third
dealing with,
one.
but I think women like when men take charge of like
Yes, they do.
setting a date and setting a
Is that
time.
part of number 2 or is that the third one?
That's part of number
No, that's
2.
a huge one. I think I noticed on dating apps when I would like set a date and be like, "We're hanging out this day." It worked so much better than being like, "Hey,
Yeah.
so we should hang out sometime."
whatever
That like
you
it's a
wanna do.
game changer.
We want masculinity, and men want femininity, right? Don't you want? I mean,
Okay.
if you want
So
to.
number 3, go.
Number 3, bring flowers
On the first date?
or a rose.
On the first 1 rose, maybe. On the first date?
Yeah, why not?
That is a bold move.
How do
you have to
you-
be pretty confident to come with a rose. That's creepy.
Okay, maybe not on the first date, but on
The
if
first
you,
date
if you have a
flowers.
follow-up date, bring a rose. Show her, because listen, in 2020,
What if you just at home have like 50 roses? Oh, I need one for tonight. And
that's funny.
Just
In
get to all the
2020, dating is very, very, very difficult. Why don't we
vapid,
all dial
isn't it?
it back to like the 1950s? Really, if that's what we
Well,
all want.
I
The
don't think-
women, we want a 1950s boyfriend to court
like a
us.
white.
Yeah, it was okay for men to hit
1950s.
women back then too. So
It wasn't okay. It was
y'all
not
really
okay
want to
for
take
men
it
to.
there.
Yeah.
Well, in some states it probably was okay.
Yeah.
If
Okay,
it was
well-
being
We
real,
could hit women and like, black
But
people
okay,
weren't
so
really-
because you can hit women, that means that you can't treat them kindly.
No, we
like
can do both.
you can't
Yeah, I
do.
believe
You
in
want both?
You-
It's a
no,
package
I
deal.
think if you can
It's a
hit
package
women-
deal.
What I'm saying is you
have to bring a
cannot.
rose.
You
got
can't.
to.
That's the policy. If you're gonna hit a
If you're
woman,
gonna black her eye,
You
bring her
You have to
around.
give her a
can't
rose.
be. You can't be chivalrous
and hit a
and
woman.
not be abusive. There's
on,
no. There's no.
no, but
You can't court
sometimes,
after her.
Of course, sometimes it's a package deal. So
You wanna show a woman
Marlena's
that you-
policy is
Something that
Give
you
me a
just
rose
said, I
and
was
punch me in the
it's funny,
eye.
I was telling a friend.
I require
is
roses.
I think
Let me
you're
tell
too-
you.
When you get to a certain age, you're too old to start playing them little games. Like, I'm not gonna call her until this. It's like, just if you want to fucking talk to her, give her a fucking
Call
call.
her.
Just don't be crazy stalking with the shit
No, but
But-
if sorry, you were saying something.
first. Oh shit, the pastor's gonna get mad.
Wait, if
No,
you.
I was saying,
I'm
I was
tagging the
telling a
priest in
friend,
this.
because they were saying that they play these games and like they don't. I was like, bro, you're too old for that shit. If you want to talk to the chick, call her.
And if the girl wants the game or if she's playing the game, she's not your girl.
There you go.
There you go.
I think that's good.
We did it.
Marlena, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Marlena.
Should probably get back
for
to
coming
work.
on and dealing
I
with
hope
this.
that
There's
everything.
customers upstairs.
It's election day. I'm
Do you
afraid
have
to
do
even
y'all
go
have your
home.
stores boarded up?
No, I have
She has a next
black-owned
level
business.
Oh yeah, I got
No,
it.
that's not gonna stop.
I also own a
Nobody?
black-owned business.
He has hashtag BLM.
I do.
You know what? Maybe in
Oh
California.
yeah. I had Kyle put it. I think I talked about this on the
They
podcast
have
already.
hashtag BLM on
I don't
want to
get fucking robbed.
You think
You
that little
guys,
paper is going to stop you
I
from
had
getting
Kyle
looted?
write up black-owned business and
Y'all
It's
know
like
Trump
a
taking
small
this?
little. It's on a little sheet of.
we're not made
computer
of
paper.
money, okay?
I have a board in the back if
All
you
right.
want to
Slide it
like
through.
do it in like bigger
This is gonna
bolder
make you
letters.
poppin', so the least you can do
yeah.
is give me a board.
Yeah, let's go get your store. All types of customers.
I hope he let you know. By the way, did he tell you that I'm a fabulous interior designer?
I need an interior design.
I'll help you.
All right, you two should link later. All right, bye, Jarren. We
Bye.
love you.
Would you